Hello, good afternoon. Sorry I tried to come on earlier on, but technical issues. So, I'm Tom from the Taxi Academy. We get a lot of people asking me, how'd you go about doing the knowledge? Now, we have our school, and it's in Angel Gate in City Road. And we do lessons on Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's also classes there for people who go and self-study during the week between 9 and 5. Now, how would you know whether the knowledge is right for you without going into massive expense? So, what we're saying is don't go out and start buying motorbikes and crash helmets and then spending loads of money on maps and books and stuff like that, because it may or may not be for you. So what I'd recommend anybody do, you can pop along to one of our classes and just see how it is. Sandro does an introductory class once a month, so it's an hour before the lesson, and he explains exactly what the knowledge is, how you get on it, and the structures that we put in our classroom in order to teach you, the students, how to get one of these. Now, uniquely, we are the only knowledge school in London who doesn't charge you a penny. What's in it for us? It's simple, really. I've had 34 good years out of the cab trade. I'm very, very proud to be a cab driver. And I'm to be part of the world's greatest taxi drivers. And we've been about for 400 years. Now, our numbers have dropped over the last 5 to 10 years. We used to have 25,000. We've only got about 15,000 cab drivers now. So we're recruiting. London needs more cab drivers, and London needs you. So this job is such an amazing job. It gives you all the freedom. You can work as many hours or a few hours as you like. So if you don't want to come down to our school at this point in time, but you would like to know more information, then why don't you come along and visit our website? And it's taxiacademy.co.uk. Now, on there we've got loads of information, everything you need to know, really. And we've got stuff that I publish on TikTok, we've got YouTube stuff, but we've got a load of information on there. Now, what I would recommend anybody do is to download some of our free material. So we've created 72 directional runs. So it's nothing to do with the Blue Book. But if anybody's starting the knowledge, you should start off with our directional runs. We're the only people who do it. Courtney created them. Now, these runs will take you all over London. They're long runs, and what they do, they'll start off with a point, finish with a point. A point is a point of interest. A place, a library, a church, club, pub, hall, to another point, and it will zap you across London. So have a look at these directional runs. Now, first of all, see if you know any of it. You may or may not, and it might go from north to south, east to west, or anything in between. But the idea of this is to give you a template on which to build. Now, we recommend that everybody goes out and physically drives these runs. Now, you can do it in your car if you like. Jump in your car, map out the route and drive it. And then when you get to the other end, it will give you a real sort of perspective on London. Because the knowledge is a 6-mile radius of Charing Cross Station, which is near Trafalgar Square if you're not familiar or over familiar with central London. Do these directional runs, and if you get them under your belt and you think, yeah, this is for me, then I would recommend you start the Blue Book, but don't do the Blue Book before. So this will give you a grounding, and it will say if you like the knowledge, and the knowledge likes you. Now, for some people who are in other schools or you're self-studying, which is a strict discipline to really try and motivate yourself, we do other things. So we've got one of our teachers, Tommy. He's absolutely brilliant. He's really funny. Tommy Fielder. He's supposed to be taking a couple of months off. His wife and himself are going to be having a baby, like soon, this week, next week. But what Tommy also does, he produces the Tommy Calling books. So he will be asking random questions, and it may be the jobs that he done last week, going from A to B and B to C. So if you're an intermediate, you're on the knowledge, or you just want to have a little test yourself, have a look at Tommy's Calling books. Once you get past that and you want to come down to the school, say there's no charge. But we're full on. It's hardcore boot camp. And it's not because we want to bash you up, it's because we want you to get out and be a cab driver as quick as possible and join the ranks. The experience that we have is unrivaled. Courtney is the governor. He is Mr. Knowledge, Courtney Connell. He's been driving a cab for 30 years, a working cab driver. It's very important, that working cab driver, so we know all the changes as and when they happen. And he's a former examiner for 7 years. So what he don't know ain't worth talking about. So there's a few little tips for what I would recommend you do. So get on our website, join the website, and then you can join one of our chat rooms. We've got WhatsApps and group and that, and that's interactive 18 hours a day. So if there's a particular question you want to know, can I turn right at this particular traffic light? Is it safe to do this? Then we'll give you the right answer sort of pretty instantly. But also you'll build up a camaraderie, and if you want a call over partner, let's suppose you lived in Croydon and you don't really have enough time to come all the way down to school every time, but there might be someone who lives in Mitcham. You could have a shout out, have a mate up, and then having a call over partner is fantastic. Now we've also got a virtual call over partner, and that's our app. So that will ask you questions and test you, and it highlights every point in London and many, many other things. So first port of call, go to our website, look at all the information, download the free resources. We don't want any money for it. It's for you. It's a gift. Yeah, you hear that adage, there was no such thing as a free lunch. Well, here's a free lunch for you. Have it on us. And if you can get past these directional runs and you start to enjoy them, once you get into the blue book and then you start your journey, having that built-in compass in your head, this is what it's about. Because to do the knowledge, first you've got to know where the point is. If someone asks me where St Paul's Cathedral is, I need to know where it is. And then they're going to want me to go from St Paul's Cathedral to the Elephant and Castle. I've got a compass in my head. I know that direction straight away. I know which bridge to take straight away. And it's the only north-south bridge. I'll let you work that one out yourself. But the problem, with knowing that bridge is, let's say it's Blackfriars. If you go down St Paul's Churchyard to Ludgate Circus, you can't get a left there. So how else would you do it? Without tripping yourself up. And this is where the knowledge comes into its own, because you can look at a map all you like, but if you haven't physically driven there, you're not going to see which roads allow you to turn left or right. So from St Paul's, let me work that out. St Paul's Churchyard, I would go Cannon Street, right into Friday Street, right into Queen Victoria Street, left into New Bridge Street, forward Blackfriars Bridge, Blackfriars Road, and so forth. So that's the knowledge, knowing which road you can and cannot turn in. A lot of it's illogical, because our mayor's fantastic for putting in blockages and stupid turning. A lot of it's illogical, because our mayor's fantastic for putting in blockages and stupid things to her soon. So I say, have a look at our website, join our group, and if you get past that and you want to come down and actually meet us, that'd be fantastic. We're actually 2 years old on the 30th of this month. We're going to be having a party and a celebration. I think it's about 13 students have all got their shiny badges out earning bundles of dough. Hopefully they'll come down and have a chat with you. But go to the website, sign up, and see if there's for you. Have I got any questions? Will do, thank you. I'll jump on board, yeah, I'll have some of that. Okay, well, all seems fine to me. Nobody's got any questions for me? No. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I must have explained it rather well, if you've got no questions. But as I say, get to the website, Taxi Academy, download our free resources, definitely get into that directional runs. And even if you're on the knowledge, even if you're on appearances, get on those directional runs. Because if you know the point and you can't find the direction, you start crashing the line. Crash means go the wrong way, or turn right where you can't, or left where you can't, whatever. Then, you know, it's going to take you a lot longer. The directional runs is the inbuilt compass. And, you know, essentially these 72 runs take you on every main road in London. And it gives you a good idea. It's like a matrix of where to go. And the blue book's the structure, and it starts in certain parts and it goes from one to the other. Do the directionals, do the blue book, join a school, our school preferably, because we're the best, and you'll fly through the knowledge. Just trust us. Be good to talk to you. Have a lovely evening. Looks like it's going to rain, and a nice few quid in the cap. Be lucky. Lovely evening. Looks like it's going to rain, and a nice few quid in the cap. Be lucky.